Presented by Caltech.
There are days when science seems like a man behind a curtain, whose personality is elusive and perhaps disingenuous in its mystery, a Wizard of Oz of sorts. My dad told me physics would make me feel alive, but physics makes my brain feel deficient somehow, that it was not formed fully. Rather than light and airy, my experience at seminars are subterranean, where wave upon wave of vocabulary and phenomenon I never quite remember learning seem stacked to the height of the Marianas Trench standing on my shoulders. Not quite like Atlas, more like Newton remarking, you know, I really can't see that far. I couldn't see that far either, not when I started, just the rise of the yellow brick road. Nobody told me to take this path. There were sidewalks and bike paths and even a boat without oars in the middle of a field, but I felt certain I wanted to get somewhere magical, and, well, this boat would have to be my own magic. Whereas this yellow road and this green city, no doubt made of jellyfish proteins and lasers, that would be truly something. Yes, something. I don't remember what I thought it would be, but I do remember hours alone in the microscope room, sitting in the dark with only the click, click, click of the shutter, and there was something about it. I didn't mind the loneliness so much, but I had this self-inflicted terror of messing up, that something was going to keep me from accumulating these meaningful hours of research that were necessary to be anybody, to do anything, to get over that next rise in the yellow brick road. I think I was meant to love this thing, but if it's just as far to go backward as to go forward, what's there to be done? I decided I needed different science. There were bacteria, more tractable, genetically labile. A femtoliter volume is just the right kiddie pool to splash around in. Get your feet wet, get excited again. At the end of it, I had a stack of petri dishes taller than myself to show for it. Though eventually laid to rest in an open source journal article, which I've been told is less than ideal. Is this where ideas go to die? Shivering behind paywalls or curled in the fetal position under an insubstantial citation record too thin to keep them warm? I'm not sure, but I did somehow make it to the Emerald City. In fact, they pay me to live here. What a privilege. But everything is so backward. There are wizards everywhere, on every street corner, and I still do not know who the man behind the curtain is. Everyone knows how easily he is made larger. They say his hot air balloon is just his head inflated with the hot air of his ideas. And when he flies over the countryside, all the wizards laugh because tomorrow there'll be talks of UFOs and time travel, but it was just an old man out for a walk. It's different here than at home. Everyone expects you to be fluent in mathematics, and if you don't speak the language, you won't understand your assignments or your midterms, even if they are not language exams. In general, the wizards are kind, and they do not mean to make you feel small. It's just they were born tall, and that's why they're always looking down on you. And there's nothing wrong with asking them what they can see when they can see farther than you, because we're all looking for something. What will be the thing to be excited about, to be a workaholic for? What will be the thing that makes me great or makes me happy? Anybody looking for something else eventually leaves. It's not that they're asked to leave, it's just those who leave are always asking themselves why they stay. Why do we stay? We ask ourselves this so often. But you can feel more at home if you do the science, right? Shape your soft palate around the polysyllabic Creole of your field. Wear the lab coat and the gloves. Do your mouse and jellyfish science, or your polymers and nanotube science, or your entirely imaginary science of elaborate keyboard patterns. Does this help explain what science is, or who he is, who she is, and who that makes me? Perhaps one day I will meet the person behind the curtain, and they will tell me. They will gesture to the emerald wall where they have carved a niche and say, sit here, it is shaped for you especially. Or perhaps they will gesture to a wall of niches and say, you can take any of them. They'll most likely all fit, and they all get cold at night. Or maybe, as I've always imagined, they will pull back the curtain, and there is a door through which I find the like-minded and excitable who need an extra set of hands with something like my mind attached, not brilliance, just willingness. And the only rule is to make sure that it matters, to you or to somebody else. And the man behind the curtain, he will have already closed the door and gone away. He will not bother me anymore. Thank you.